Shalom. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Bokakatash. And double honor to the Apostle of James, and to the bishops, the elders, and all the sincere brethren that labor in the truth like us the world, and to all the sincere brethren and sisters that listen to the truth. And I put this lesson be another edifying lesson to the flocks, and wherever the Most High want to this message will be heard. And before I begin the lesson, I will introduce the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh. And the names mean He exists. And the true name of the Son is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which means the Redeemer or the Deliverer, and is only coming to redeem His people, which is the nation of Israel. And in today's age, you would identify them as the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, which scattered on all four corners of the world and looks like the other nations, and also practice the custom of the other nations. And with that, that would be it for the introduction of the lesson. And the title of the lesson today is "You Have to Finish the Course." And you're gonna find that in the book of Second Timothy 4 verse 7. But I'm gonna start the first verse. So no matter what you're going through, you gotta stand your ground and finish the course. You can't give up. Basically, you can't go on a race and you do like a half of the race, or like you can't go to a marathon and do like half of it and be like, oh, I want my reward. No, you won't get your reward. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna get disqualified unless you finish it. It doesn't matter if you do 24.5, 25.5, even if you do 99% of the race, if you don't finish it, guess what? You're not gonna get rewarded. Likewise, in the truth, if you don't finish that course, guess what? You ain't gonna be saved. It doesn't matter if you spent 30 or 40 years in the truth. If you dip, you get disqualified. So you have to endure it from the beginning all the way to the end. That's why you constantly have to pray to the Lord that He give you the spirit of endurance, He will have mercy on you, and He strengthen your faith so you can endure it to the very end. So 2 Timothy 4 verse 1. And I'm gonna read that in NIV, which is very straightforward. So 2 Timothy 4 verse 1. And it says, so basically that was Paul that was talking. So however, this thing can relate to each and every one of us basically. So I solemnly urge you in the presence of Yahweh and Yahushai, who will someday judge the living and the dead when He comes to set up His kingdom. So He's gonna judge both the living and the dead. When He comes to set up the kingdom. So the Heavenly Father Yahweh and Yahushua are gonna judge both the living and the dead basically. Preach the word of Yahweh. So we have to preach the word of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So if you're a man of the Lord, why is it moving? Oh, give me 1 second. It's moving for some reason. It's scrolling up by itself. Okay, so if you're a man of the Lord, right? So you have to preach the word. You have to do the task that the Heavenly Father Yahweh shall give you to do. I remember yesterday the title of the lesson is you can't be. I can't remember. I think say you can't be lazy in this truth. No, I mean do not pray for an easy life. So you can't be praying that your life gonna be easy. So when you have a gift, you have to put it into use. If you don't put it into use, you know what's gonna happen? The Heavenly Father Yahweh, Yahushua, gonna take that gift away from you and give it to somebody that already have a gift. And guess what? He's gonna cast you aside. You're gonna be destroyed. So take advantage of your talent. Use it. And don't be like, I don't want to do it. I'm scared of that. Who cares? You're not doing it for the world. You're doing it for the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashmi Ashai. He's the one that's gonna judge you. That's gonna reward you. That's gonna reward you. So we're not doing this thing for men. We're not standing here to do the things on our own accord. We doing the will of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So you have to get up no matter what, no matter how hard it is, no matter how you be like, oh man, I've been doing this for 5 years, I ain't see anything, I'm catching hell. Everybody's, I'm always, my life is getting tougher and tougher, man. Guess what? So you have to endure. Yahweh Shai went for far worse than that. So you have to endure. You can't be like, oh man, I've been catching hell, man. I'm not seeing any reward. I've seen those guys over there. They're making millions of dollars than me. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Oh, my wife is giving hell. My kid is doing this and that. Who cares? The truth comes first. And the Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to take care of everything else for you. So preach the word of Yahweh. And be prepared whether the time is favorable or not. So you have to preach the word no matter what. You have to be in season and out of season. You can't be like, you can't go out when it's nice and warm outside, right? Like those guys that are doing those seasonal camp, basically. Or when it's beautiful outside, they go on the highways and byways, on the web and pray. But when it's like winter, everybody go back inside. Or when it's extremely hot, everybody go back inside. Or you get some people, man, when it's like I remember my brother, he does like he used to do every Sunday used to be like a usher at the church, and basically they just go in the parking lot, directing cars and people, directing traffic, stuff like that, or do like a service for the church, basically, right? But there's some of the guys in the groups, right? Whenever it's like a football season, right? Everybody's we can't make it, blah blah. Whenever it's like the weather's beautiful, something like that. I gotta go to vacation, my wife and kids. Everybody's making excuses. When it's like a down season, there's nothing going on. Is when everybody wanna come in and do the work. So you can't be like those guys. You have to be in season and out of season. So when the weather's extremely hot, you have to be out there. When it's extremely cold, you have to be out there. You always have to be there at all time. You can't be like a seasonal. I'm gonna be there when things are good. You can't just go out when things are when there's nothing going on, right? You have to be there all the time. Whether you catching on the highways or byways, you're getting scoffed day in and day out, day in and day out. Guess what? You still gotta go and do it. What else? Patiently correct, rebuke, and encourage your people with good teaching. So we constantly have to rebuke our people, man. When our people being wicked, they're going off, they're not following the law. Guess what? You have to rebuke them. You have to do the work of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashmi Ashai. Because you have to remember, if you don't go out and warn the people, and well, they definitely going to be on you. If you go out and warn them now, they definitely going to be on their own head. So you have to do the work no matter what. You can't be like, sure, I can try to say that, but I don't want them to get mad and stuff. No, it doesn't matter what they feel. Do the work of the heaven for the Yahweh. That's what's important. And encourage your people with good teaching. We have to encourage them with the good teaching. For a time is coming when people will no longer listen to sound and wholesome teaching. Because there's going to be a time where people are not going to listen to sound doctrine. They want to hear the smooth words. That's why a lot of pastors, a lot of people don't like the us Hebrew Israelite that's standing in the house and Bible, especially GMS, because we tell them the whole truth. We don't care about their feelings. We don't care about their desires. We don't care if they hate us, or if they call us a false prophets, or they call us all sort of names, bums. Or you guys doing the same thing over and over, or you guys been preaching about the same thing over and over and nothing's happened. We don't care about that. We're gonna go or pray. We're gonna go in the highways and byways till Yahweh, till the Heavenly Father Yahweh shall take us out of there. So if you somebody that's scoffing, guess what? Keep doing it. You're simply doing your job anyway. All of us are doing our jobs. Whether we scoffing, we stand on highways and byways, or false prophet. Guess what? Everyone is playing the exact law that the Heavenly Father Yahweh shall put him there. So in a way, congratulations. So next one, for a time is coming when people will no longer listen to sound and wholesome teaching. They will follow their own desires. We're gonna see people following their own desires. They do whatever they want. They focus on the things that make them happy. And will look for teachers who will tell them whatever their itching ears want to hear. They're gonna listen to teachers like a prophet that are gonna tell them exactly what they wanted to hear. You can eat pork as long as you pray on it. Oh yeah, thank you, man. I thought I couldn't do it. You can commit adultery as long as you ask the Lord for forgiveness. Oh, thank you. You can do this kind of wickedness as long as you pray after it. There are people that's legitimately looking for a way to continue doing the wickedness, and they think they can get away with it by doing whatever the false teacher prophets tell them to do. So there are people that literally do not want to hear the truth, and they get offended when they hear the truth. They hate you when you tell them the truth. So those guys, man, the only direction they're gonna go through is basically destruction. They will reject the truth and chase after myth. So they're gonna reject the truth and chase after myth. which means the truth is too much for them, right? They don't care about the truth. They wanna know the false knowledge of false doctrine, and we see a lot of people. Instead of listening to the truth, they always listen to all bug out religions, whether it's like Kemet, Muslim, um, any whatever bug out religions, anything but the truth. They're gonna call on the name of anything but the Heavenly Father Yahweh Yahushua. So those people, they are basically set up for destructions. But you should keep a clear mind in every situations. So basically, in everything that's going on through, man, you always have to keep up a clear mind. You always have to endure all the affliction, all the hell that you're gonna catch. You always have to put that in your head, because everything you have to be mentally there, basically, man. You have to pray that the Most High strengthen your faith, basically. So that's really what's guiding us in this truth, basically. That's all we got. We don't got anything else beside that. Don't be afraid of suffering for the Lord. So don't be afraid for suffering for the Lord, because you have to remember one of the requirements Yahweh told us to is bear our cross, because we're gonna catch hell. When it comes to serve, that's when you read the book of Ecclesiastes 2 verse 1, it says, my son, when you come to serve Yahweh, prepare yourself for temptations. So we are gonna go to the fire the moment we accept this truth, basically. The Heavenly Father Yahweh and Yahweh is not like Esau, give you job applications and write like right before you sign a paper under the fine print. He said he tell you exactly what's gonna happen, but he didn't tell it to you. You put it in the fine print, and all he tell you, oh, just sign the application over there. And when you start the job, you've been seeing this and that. You be like, whoa, what's going on? You didn't tell me that. Wow, you know what Esau gonna say? Well, it doesn't matter if I tell you anything. You sign it anyway. So the Heavenly Father Yahweh Wahusha is not like that. He told us exactly what's gonna happen and how it's gonna happen. That's why the majority of people ain't gonna make it. That's why the majority of people be like, man, I ain't gonna do that stuff. That's too much work. I don't wanna catch hell. I wanna live my life. I wanna be a rapper where I can make millions. I wanna commit adultery. I wanna sleep with whatever woman I say, whatever they marry or not. Just, people want to do whatever they want, but when the consequence came in, that's when they start crying. Why is this thing happening to me? Well, this thing happened to you because you didn't heed to the word of the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashmi Ashai. So therefore, whatever judgment you get, you deserve it. Don't be afraid of suffering for the Lord. Work at telling others the good news. So you have to work at telling others the good gospel, basically, and fully carry out the ministry Yahweh has given you. So you have to fully carry out the ministry that the Heavenly Father Yahweh has given you, which is the word, the scriptures. That's talking about to the men of the Lord, basically. And that also goes to whatever gift the Heavenly Father Yahweh give you, you have to put it to good use, basically. Verse 6, as for me, so that Paul is talking about himself, my life has already been poured as an offering to Yahweh. So basically, he's already used his life as a living sacrifice for the Heavenly Father Yahweh. The time of my death is near. So he's talking about his death is near, basically. I have fought the good fight. So basically, he said he has fought the good fight. So when we, in this course, basically, which is the truth, the main goal is we're fighting to get the crown of life. But before that, we have to go to hell for it, to get there. I have finished the race. So he said he finished the race, which means he did the work of the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bashmi Ashai. Now he's at the finish line waiting for his crown. And I have remained faithful, which means he remained faithful, which means he endured to the very end. No matter what hell he was catching, he endured to the very end. So those of us who endure to the very end, guess what? We're going to get rewarded for our hard work. And now the prize awaits me. So there's a prize that's awaiting him. Let's say what that prize is. The crown of righteousness. So the crown of righteousness, basically, which is the crown of life, which the Lord the righteous judge, that's basically, that's Yahushua, will give me on the day of his return. So Yahushua gonna give it to him, and all the elect gonna receive that crown of life when Yahushua return. And the prize is not just for me, but Paul said the prize is not just for him. So that prize is not just for us prophets that's on the highways and byways. It's but for all who eagerly look for his appearing. That prize for all of us who eagerly waiting for Yahushua's appearance. So if you're part of the 1/3 of the big multitude that's gonna be redeemed when Yahushua comes, guess what? All of us are gonna get that prize in total, in general. So that's basically. Let me see if I can get that's basically for the lesson I asked you guys, man. I put as an edifying lesson to the flocks. and whoever wants to hear this message, that be heard. So basically, what we're fighting for that prize, which is that crown of life, man. And the only way we're gonna get it if we endure to the very end. So whatever you're going through, man, hold fast. What is it again? Revelation. Is it 1:9? Let me see real quick. No, Revelation 2. No, 3:9. Let me see. Revelation 3:10. If I'm correct. 3:11. Hold fast. Yep, Revelation 3:11. It says, "Behold, I come quickly." So that Yahushua is gonna come quick. Hold that fast which thou hast. So you gotta hold fast what you had. You gotta stand your ground, that no man take your crown. So you have to hold whatever position you are, so that no man take your crown. So how do you do that? You do that by enduring to the very end. That you pray that the Heavenly Father Yahweh shall protect you, give you strength in doing so, endure to the very end. Man. So stay on course, basically, man. No matter what you're going through, man, endure so you can finish that race, man. And with that, I can say, Shalom.